Hi, I'm Skeeter Sampler, and today I want to talk to you about risk-taking mission. The youth and I, along with Brandon, Jason Bird, and Polly Hillis, this summer went on a little bit of a risk to Denver. We were in unfamiliar territory for us, working with homeless people and people that were just different from us in a place that was far different from where we were from. And so what I would say about that is that it gave us the opportunity to not only go and be with the people that are not like us, or maybe that's not the right word to use, but just a little bit different than us. It gave us a chance to be with them and kind of get to know their stories and bring back those stories to our church. And there were so many to tell. It's one of those things that going on the trip, you don't really realize the impact. You think that the impact is going to be something you do while you're there. And it's not until after the trip and on the way home and you have that time to reflect that you really realize that the impact wasn't something you did for them, but maybe more what they did for us. And so, and that was letting us realize that hey, we have it pretty good here, and that it's up to us to help those that don't have it as well as we do. And so I'm thankful that we got to go on the trip, and I'm thankful for the impact that the trip had on me, and for God to show us that those trips are important, not so much because we had a good time, but because we need to serve Him in places that maybe He's not always seen by the people that are there. And so very, very good trip for us. And so I also want to talk to you today as we come closer to Commitment Sunday, ways that we can give in the church. And I think that when we hear that word give, or when we hear that word commitment, we're a little bit scared of it. There are a lot of people scared of commitment, and so for a lot of reasons, but we tend to think first off that this means that we need to open our pocketbooks and that we need to give more money. And while all of these things that we do within our church, all the different missions, yes, they require funding. All the people that work here, yes, that requires funding. But that isn't the only way in this church that you can give. And as I talked earlier about risk-taking mission, risk-taking service, for me, that was just doing something out of my comfort zone. And for you, it might be working in Logos. It might be a small step to first work in the kitchen. Maybe you don't like working with children, or you don't think you like working with children, and then all of a sudden you find a place that you really fit in that mission. Or maybe it's a neighborhood breakfast and you take that risk there and you interact with someone that you think, hey, that's where I need to fit, and that's where I need to plug myself in. And it may be as simple as singing in the choir, working in the technical sound booth at either service. We all have gifts, and we've been blessed with those gifts, and it's important for us to recognize those gifts and find places that we can plug ourselves in, even in places where we didn't think we fit, or we didn't think there was a place. Sometimes we're very, very surprised and very lucky to find that we had a gift that we didn't even know existed. So I encourage you this week to think about those places where you might fit, and even those places where you think, hey, I don't think I really fit there, and you might be surprised. You might surprise yourself, and you might surprise the rest of us.